Hello Internet, my name is Bobo. The year was pretty good. I saw a lot of cool stuff. Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man was a fun time. It felt like they were doing the Spider-Man version of Iron Man Armored Adventures. It even had a really jank art style I kinda like. Five Nights at Freddy's 2 was a massive improvement over the first one. K-Pop Demon Hunters was fantastic. I saw that like 4 times, so I can easily say my movie of the year was Superman. I really liked it, but I also blame it for getting me into this stuff. Today we're looking at the different comic series I've been following this year. Not everything I've read, just the main series that I've been following as they released. The main one being Batgirl. I already talked a bit about this in my video on trades, so I won't go into too much detail as I really don't want to spoil anything. Please just go read it, it's very good. What I really like about this series is that it does a great job at separating itself from anything else currently going on. Instead, it focuses on Kaz and her mother outside of Gotham as a setting. Then issues 7 and 8 take a step back and instead give us a history of Lady Shiva, showing that she had a pretty good life before the world took it from her, how she spent several years surviving in the coldest, harshest, most unforgiving place on the planet. Detroit.
No! No, not Detroit!
Once this arc finishes up, we get Kaz meeting a bunch of new characters and going on their own adventures. I really like this. It works really well for this specific kind of story set outside of Gotham. But I also get that some aren't the biggest fans of it, mostly because they enjoy Batgirl doing more normal Batman stuff, and this is not even close to that. I get it, but on the bright side, she is returning to Gotham soon, so maybe we'll get more of that. But right now, I'm really enjoying this run and I hope to see it continue. Please go read it. I also really started getting into Green Lantern this year, my favorite being Jessica Cruz. I saw that she appears in the new Green Lantern Corps series that just started, and I was really excited. She's barely in it, but I do love focusing on different lanterns doing different things. The first arc of the series focused on John going on a mission with Hawkgirl. Gotta love comic synergy. It was a fun time, but nothing too great. One thing I do find weird about this comic is the art. It's not bad, but it just looks really weird at times. It's trying to go for this hyper-realistic style, and I don't think it always works. Like anytime Kelly, also known as Teen Lantern, is on screen, she just looks really weird. I think it's because she just looks so old most of the time. Maybe it's another case of comic artists not being able to draw children. But aside from that, it's an alright book. There are some issues with different artists swapping in and out, but seeing the other art style from this comic, this looks great. It's so fun and cartoony, and I think it works way better. Story-wise, it's a lot of smaller things like Guy taking a new recruit on a mission, and Kelly and Simon going on their own side quest for a battery. Then we jump into a big crossover where they kill John Stewart and he's replaced by John Stewart. Don't worry about it, it was a pretty crossover. Just know that after that finishes up, we go back to smaller, fun Green Lantern missions, now with what seems to be both art styles. DC has also been killing it with its Absolute universe. The main one I was really looking forward to was Absolute Green Lantern. This series is completely unrelated to everything else, so if it sounds interesting, give it a read. All the Absolute titles are fresh starts and completely unrelated to everything else, so you can just pick up the start of the series and keep going. This series focuses on Joe Mullen, who is an absolute mess. If you don't know, the Absolute Universe is about the DC heroes living in a world where Darkseid tried to prevent all of them from existing. As a result, it makes this horrible, dark universe. Yet despite all that, they rise and become the heroes they were always meant to be. Though Darkseid did give Joe the worst outcome of any hero: divorce. The series does a lot, and it's hard to explain, but I shall try. It opens with a giant Green Lantern symbol crashing onto Joe's town and this weird alien telling everyone to be without fear. And that is the main action part of the story, but it isn't really about that. It jumps around a lot, getting you to learn more about Joe by showing you important moments in her life, how her emotions affected her, and how it led to where she currently is. It's really hard to explain, but for a title called Absolute Green Lantern, she really isn't one. And 9 issues later, she's still really not one. It just focuses on Joe and her personal life with bits of Green Lantern style action. Yet somehow I think it works pretty well. It gives you little bits of information, and even if it can be really slow at times, I think it's really interesting and I want to see where it goes. Mostly to see Joe try and unscrew up her life, but we'll see how well that goes. Actually, I think this clip describes how I feel about this title.
When I read the first chapter, I didn't understand why. 5 chapters later, I still didn't understand why. 26 chapters later, and I still didn't understand why, but where the hell is the next chapter? Wait, this is a monthly release? I have to wait a bloody month now? Oh no. I like this manga.
It won't be for everyone, and I get why. It can be a bit too slow for some, and I don't think it's unfair to expect Green Lantern to be in a Green Lantern series. Let's talk about some Justice League Unlimited. No, not that one. This is a comic series that started in 2024, and I found out about it through the Watchtower database. I started a bit late but managed to get caught up, and it's easily the most comic book to ever comic book. You get everyone in this book, and it looks great. It's drawn by Dan Mora, who I'm pretty sure can draw in his sleep because I don't know how a single man can draw this much and make it look this good. And while the writing isn't bad, it just doesn't hit as much as you want it to. I expected this to feel like the TV show in that while everyone is here, it just gives them options on what characters to focus on for that specific story. This, though, focuses more on events that require a lot of heroes like the League rushing to save a town. While that is good, I prefer the smaller moments. Like when the Question, who is Renee Montoya by the way, it's not the same guy from the animated show, is trying to comfort and help this new hero. There is more to it than that, but it's a lot, and that's the easiest way to describe it. It's a sweet moment, and I really like it. But the book is focused on larger scale stuff, and if you like that, then pick this up. It's worth it for the art alone. It's so dynamic and colorful. It's why I say it's the most comic book to ever comic book. It's fun, large-scale adventures with the characters you like. But I had to drop it in order to make room for Speed Racer. Earlier this year, I got really into Speed Racer again, watching the movie, the original series, but mostly because of the 2000s show, Speed Racer: The Next Generation. I'm sure a small group of people who watched Nicktoons growing up just heard a name they never thought they'd hear again.
Yeah, listen, X, I know you're dating Annalise, and I don't want to insult you, but that girl is nuts.
I know.
You do?
Uh-huh. That's why I like her. She's exciting.
I found out there would be a free comic book day issue, and soon after, the main series would start. There's also a Racer X spin-off and a third book called Tales from the Track, but I'm only following the main series currently. This series is really fun. It changes Speed into this more serious street racer who is forced to enter the corrupt world of racing in order to pay his father's medical bills. And even though I do say it's serious, it's really not that serious. It's more trying to be a Fast and Furious style of serious. It's ridiculous, but also amazing, and I am completely invested. I think it works really well for a more modern Speed Racer story. It's still silly, it has battle cars with weapons, but it's still doing actual story stuff. I also like how they redesigned a lot of the old characters. Like here's Skullduggery. Yeah, this is the same guy. But I do have to ask, who is this? This is on the first issue, and I assumed it was Trixie, yet this is Trixie. Who is this then? We also saw this girl in the free comic book day issue next to Sparky, yet Sparky works for Trixie, so who are you? Anyways, yeah, it's a pretty good series, do recommend. Oh, and I'd like to add that apparently Speed's name is Greg. That is extremely funny. Thank you to whoever named him that. And those are the main series I've been following. It's not too many, but I've been enjoying it. Specifically Batgirl, Absolute Green Lantern, and Speed Racer. Green Lantern Corps is alright. If any of them interest you, I recommend checking them out. I tried not to spoil anything just in case, especially with Absolute Green Lantern, but once again, that is a hard story to describe, but trust me, it is really gripping. So let me know what you've been reading, and if you have any suggestions, please let me know. I've probably missed a lot.